Mm.
Top of the morning to you, Squire.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, apart from trying to get this thing to answer calls and stuff like that, yeah, not much. What's happening?
Hey, hold on a minute. Let me see what window you're in. I got about 20 windows open here, so I'm trying to find you. Are you on the Hangouts on air? Yes, you are.
Yeah, well, it said I'm on Hangouts on air. Yep.
Okay. I don't know how you got there, but good.
Here I am. I'm here. Hello.
Very
Hello,
good.
world.
I still can't find the link to invite people to the green room. You know.
Oh, well, it was the link that you sent me.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
link.
when I send you an invite link. Okay.
Yep. And then they go click on join Hangouts on air and that. And yeah. So here we are watching Jupiter, it looks like. Yes.
Yeah, and of course the clouds rolled in as soon as I got it going.
Yeah. Usual bit.
All right, I'm trying to get the link I just sent to you. Where did I send that, on Google? Do you have? Can you copy and paste the link into a Facebook message to me?
Yeah. Yep. What? Chat message or Facebook message?
Facebook chat message. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. No drama. Hang on a minute. I'll do that now.
And we're live on YouTube, so.
Yep.
Can't talk to you about a couple things I want to talk to you about.
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah. Hang on. I'll well, you called me. Hang on. Hey, geez. Where is it? Hang on. Don't worry. We have got this situation under control.
Yeah, Jupiter's totally clouded out right now, so we're having to wait. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody.
Hang on, I'm still trying to find the. Hang on. No, yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't because you are the one who instigated the call.
Okay, so invite. Okay, yeah, here's a link here, I think.
Yep.
Command C. And I'll try to post that on Facebook if I can. Yeah, this is too complicated. There needs to be just a link to join the Google group.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that.
Unfortunately, I can't add. If you go up and it says add people.
Yeah, that's where I got the link from.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that will join them in on this conversation.
Okay, good. So how are things there, man? What are you doing?
About to go to work? Just relaxing at the moment. It's a little bit cloudy. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit cloudy. We got rain apparently on the way. Who was that, Biggie or Charlie?
No, that's the next door neighbor's dog.
Oh.
Yeah, it was we were supposed to have about a 2-hour gap of clear when I set up, and then as soon as I set up, the clouds rolled in. So.
Oh yeah, well, you were setting up cloud magnets, so what do you expect?
Of course. So I'm looking at the cloud map now to see what the conditions are going to do. But
are you getting any feedback from me? Otherwise, I'll hook up the headset.
No, I'm not. You sound perfect.
Oh, cool. Oh, I always sound perfect. I mean,
this is a stress.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ladies just pricked their ears up.
Oh, she can hear the dog.
Dog by well,
My
what?
my friend's dog in Australia just started barking because she can hear your dog. My friend's dog in Australia just started barking because she can hear your dog.
Speaking in a Yankee accent.
Yeah.
She-
She
she's
says
here
your
one-
dog has an American accent. All right, let's see here.
Hang on a sec, mate.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right, I might be able to get Jupiter back in here for a little bit. There it is. Now I'll screen share. Screen share. There we go. Okay, there is the king of planets, my buddy Jupiter, and 4 of its moons, it looks like. Let's see if we can get more of the moons in. Thanks for tuning in if you're there. And I'm going to go to the moon as soon as it gets above the tree, which should be about another 40 minutes or so. And if you can hear that noise, that's my local inconsiderate nightclub blaring out music as loud as they can at 10:15 p.m. here on a Wednesday night. Okay, so there's Jupiter. Let's see if I can...
Oh, that looks good stuff.
Yeah, looks all right. I'm testing out some of the new PGR cameras that Point Grey graciously donated to the program. They're all 0.3 megapixel cameras, so they're good for close-ups, but they're not good for full discs. And I gave one to the Tunisians and one to the Brazilians and taught them how to use Astro Eye DC. Look, you can see all 4 moons now.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. And this is with a
All
3X Barlow on a 6-inch Skywatcher Esprit triplet. So on Saturday's show, we'll be talking about the Brazilian trip, the Tunisian trip, a little bit about New York, and we'll get into the Mercury transit. Mercury is a fascinating planet. I've learned a lot about it recently, so I can be knowledgeable on the show. Of course, it won't be visible from Australia, but we'll still talk about it.
Well, it like your show gets broadcast around the world, so it'll be informative to the people who can see it. Yeah.
Right. And other viewers, we are talking about the most popular astronomy show on the radio, which is Light Years with Rob Black, and it's on Sweet FM, the voice of the Vatican, which is he's got their own Facebook page, and you can tune into the link there. Sweet FM 97.1, the voice of the Vatican, and the voice of the Vatican, Merle, is having a wonderful birthday coming up too, 80 years old.
She doesn't look a day over 70.
That's what I told her. Yeah. I had her pegged for maybe 79, maybe 78, 79, but never 80.
Hey, look, with what the work that she does, what Mel does, I'd be half as glad to be able to do that at like 70. You know, here's an 80-year-old woman going around and doing what she does. Oh,
yeah.
You know,
she's a jewel of the Vatican.
Oh, yeah.
And also quite a talented photographer and photojournalist. So I'm working on a little something special for her, but it's going to take a little longer.
Yeah.
So, and this is Jupiter with the gamma turned down and the clouds coming in again. But we will try to get as many.
Now that's coming through really clear.
Yeah, it's clouding up again.
Yeah, but you can see the equatorial bands.
And from this end, you can even see the great red spot on the southern equatorial band just to the bottom left of the image, but it's hard to make out on the internet. I'm no Damian Peach.
Yeah.
And this is native focal length on the scope, so I'm thinking about putting in the 3X Barlow and getting something a little closer than this, but I need more light. Right now it's behind a little patch of cirrus clouds. So this is imaging through the clouds at native focal length.
And what is the time there again, Steve? Sorry, mate.
It is 10:15 p.m.
Yeah. 12:15 p.m. Thursday afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. So that means we're 10 hours apart. You're 10 hours ahead of me. No, you're 14 hours ahead of me.
In the future. Yep.
Or is that 12 hours? No, 14 hours ahead.
14 hours.
So 8 p.m. Saturday night would be, dear God.
9 p.m., Steve. 9
9 p.m. Saturday night, Australia time would be 5 a.m. Saturday morning, my time.
Well, it's 1100 hours UT. So whatever that is for you.
I don't know. So 5 hours ago, it would have been, but let's see. 7 hours from now is when your show would start if it was Saturday, right?
No, 9 hours from now.
9 hours from now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that means 7 a.m. That means 7 a.m. for me.
Yep.
That sounds a lot better.
A little bit.
Yeah. Natalie can live with that a lot more.
You won't be in the doghouse, yeah.
Right. Well, I'm always in the doghouse for something, but that won't be an extra excuse. Okay. So
well, it's Biggie's doghouse anyway. Biggie and Charlie's doghouse anyway.
We basically live in the doghouse. At least I, both metaphorically and physically.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like lady here. She's got a 2-bedroom air-conditioned unit. She just allows me to cohabitate with her. Yeah. Open doors and do all this sort of bit for her. Yeah.
Let me change over to the 3X Barlow while we have some decent light. Now I'm using a 60 frame per second. It's a very small point gray grasshopper. And this is the first time I've used it, so I'm hoping that it'll give us some good results. Okay. Actual size. There you go. Now that's the actual size at native focal length. So I'm going to put the 3X Barlow in there. See if I can focus that. And this is all on top of a Astrophysics AFI 1200 mount with no guiding. So it's doing pretty good.
That is pretty good.
First, I'll get the Jupiter in the center. Uh-oh, here comes the clouds. How about that? All right. So I'm going to be doing some Barlow switching here, Rob. Tell us a story.
Tell you a story. Gee. Well, once upon a time.
Is JB there?
No, not yet. Not until tomorrow afternoon, mate.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So that's the... That's the Barlow. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Finding the planet on this chip is difficult. Let's turn the exposure up real high. Camera 100%. Okay. There it is. An unfocused ball. But this lets me check my collimation, which is perfect, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Now let's focus it if we can. That's not focused. Oh boy, look at that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Turn down the exposure. Yeah, that's much bigger from this end. I know it looks the same size from there, but I was zooming in 400% on the last one on an image that was really much smaller. So, see if we can, well, that's nice. Okay, now I can do this at 15 frames a second. Oops. Okay. Well, don't let me keep you all night. I just wanted to make sure the thing worked. Of course, you're welcome to stay on as long as you want, always.
I'm not doing it. I'm here.
Very good.
It's like I said, it's the afternoon here. Yep.
There's somebody with a very loud mic.
Bidding was.
I don't know what that is. So that's
Did that? Was it the bidding like that?
Yeah, or was that your phone?
No.
Well, that's a beautiful image.
Just messages coming through. That's all. On.
Oh, okay. On the chat? No?
Yeah, on the chat.
Okay. I got so many windows open on my 17-inch MacBook that I can't keep track of what's going on. Let's see.
Yeah, because you don't have a 21 anymore, do you? 27 anymore.
I do, but I brought out my laptop this time. I don't have my iMac out here. And I've given away everything except this 17-inch MacBook. And one of my iMacs was crushed in the FedEx shipping process last week.
Yes, crush. That's a good word to describe it.
There we go. It looks nice. There's a little bit of noise coming through there. Let's turn the gamma down some to that. Yeah, and it's not, I don't know why it's not very clear, but it's probably because it's behind a cirrus cloud. That would be my guess. But it's still pretty. Again, I'm not in Barbados with Damien Peach, so I'm not going to get that quality of image.
And you're not here.
And I'm not in Australia with Rob Black and a 20-inch Dobsonian, so I won't be getting that image. But I am in Atlanta, and remarkably looking through pollution to get this image, which I can live with.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to take a couple of AVIs of that one. And this camera records very, very fast, so it should give me a pretty good stack. 60 frames a second. I'm looking forward to using it on the sun for a prominence. What do you got?
Now, just for those wondering, why are you taking 2,000 frames?
Because the camera is such a small sensor, 640 by 480, that the data, I have to have a lot more data to get a clear picture. On our big solar cameras that have 5 megapixel chips, they record a 5 megapixel image for each frame. So you've got plenty of data with just a couple hundred frames, or in Rob Black's case, with 1 frame. But here with this chip, it only records a 0.3 megapixel image on each frame. So you've got much less data to work with. So you got to get a bunch more frames. But the trick to this is you got to get the frames very quickly, because if it takes too long to capture a frame, there's too much motion in the final stack. But I would call this a fantastically good image of Jupiter, and 3 of the moons are easy to see, and there's actually a 4th moon there as well that's probably not coming across on the internet. But yeah, you're not gonna get better than this in Atlanta.
No.
Let's see if I can get that 4th moon. No, we can't. So they're playing Brick House next door.
A brick house?
Yeah, she's a brick house. You can't hear the music in the background?
Yeah, I can, but never heard the song.
Oh, Rob Black.
You've
never a professional DJ and you've never heard Brick House?
No. My music stops at 1990.
Yeah, this is about 1983, so get with it.
No,
Rick Derringer, I believe. Or not Rick Derringer, Rick James.
Nah, never heard of him. Probably wasn't big in Australia.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
big internet.
Really happy with this tracking. I mean, we are zoomed in. We're at f21, and it is just frozen right there. It's not moving at all. This astrophysics mount is remarkable.
That's brilliant. Hang on.
And the moon is still about a half hour away from being visible, but I'll be doing some super high res close-ups of craters here shortly.
Including the Ramsden crater?
Perhaps, if I can find it. And maybe even the Ramsden Rift. named after good old great 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 grandfather Jesse. She's a brick house. She's mighty, mighty, just letting it all hang out. Maybe I'll sing Merle is a brick house.
Yeah, in Australia we don't say brick house. No. Yeah,
I know you say bird. She's quite a bird.
No.
See if I can.
I won't say it, seeing as we're going live to where. Yeah, it's got to do with an outhouse.
Gotcha. I'm doing color balance on this camera. I'm still not quite experienced enough.
Oh, is that a color? Is that a color camera?
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
and you'll see that on the moon a little bit better than this. But I don't know. It's just that yeah, the sky is got serious clouds, so you're not getting all the color you could. But I think it'll come through on the stack. Now that's me hitting the scope trying to focus it better. I think that's about as good a focus as we're going to get.
Yeah.
Now, if I could go down on the gamma, you'd have a higher contrast image, except that also reduces the exposure. So let me go to the low gamma and try to increase the brightness a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Now you can see the colors clearly. The cloud belt and the giant red spot, great red spot is right here.
Yep.
Except this image is somewhat noisy. But I'll film it anyway because I've got a lot of brightness gain put on the camera, which I never use on the sun. But I'm not a sissy nighttime astronomer, so I don't really know all the tricks.
No. Well,
I am wearing heels though. Yeah.
Are you with fishnet stockings?
No, just knee highs tonight.
Not just knee. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, granny stockings then.
Grannies. They are fishnet though.
And here we have all the nighttime astronomers going.
It's all right. They can growl all they want.
Yeah.
Not concerned with the nighttime astronomers.
No. We just tell them just to pull their head in and pull their stockings up, and yeah.
Man, let's see if I can do that. Oh, that's a good image. Now that's a 30 frame per second movie I could take with this. I really like this.
Yes, that is good. I'll agree with that one.
Yeah, I like this one. I don't want to lose any data. You know, everybody's tempted to turn the gamma in such a manner that you get a high contrast preview image, but what you're doing is just taking data out of the image. So it's better to take it with a high gamma and then process it down in Photoshop.
Yep.
So I had to sacrifice half my frame rate in order to get a faster, or in order to get more exposure. So the current exposure is 33 milliseconds. So 33,000th of a second. And the frame rate is 30 frames per second now.
Yeah, that looks good.
So I'm going to try several different frame rates and such on this camera so I can see which one works the best. I tried this last night, except it was totally overcast by the time I got set up.
So this scope, this is on the big mount that you've got there with the wheels on it.
The Astrophysics AP1200, donated to the Charlie Bates program by Roland and Marge Christensen, who own Astrophysics. And I use this for sidewalk astronomy right here around in my neighborhood.
And
mostly daytime. Yeah.
That scope can easily be adapted to solar.
Yes, in fact, I can use this same scope for calcium K imaging, white light imaging, and also I have two 100 millimeter Lunt Etalons I can put on the end of it, and a Lunt blocking filter to turn it into a double stacked 6-inch solar scope. It gets sort of out of balance when I do that, so I rarely do that.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's very versatile.
And the white light. Brilliant. Yep.
Yeah. This is a Skywatcher Esprit 152 millimeter scope. It's called a super triplet. And this was also donated to the Charlie Bates program by Skywatcher USA, Kevin Lagore. and Jeff, who runs Skywatcher.
And thank you to them. Look at that. That is a superb image.
It's fantastic, isn't it? It's really nice. And here on the live preview, I can see details inside the cloud bands. And if I were Damian Peach, I would know exactly what to do here. But since I'm not, I'm just taking some images and hoping for the best. That red that comes up sometimes is the camera indicating that it's oversaturated. So I have to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that is very, very nice. I'm quite happy with that. Amazing how fast these moons rotate around Jupiter as well, especially for the distance they are away. Some of them are further out than our moon. Oh, all of them are further out than our moon. And they rotate around Jupiter every 6 hours. So amazingly fast. And let's see if we can get the internet going here and find out what the names of these moons are.
Well, you got, the names of them are Io, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto.
Right, but I mean, which one's which?
Where they are, yeah.
Yeah, so let's find out. I know there's a Java application.
Java
on
the
internet. Yeah, Java the Hutt application on the internet that tells you where the moons are at any time you plug in. So let's see. Here it is. All right, so from left to right, it's Ganymede, which you can't see. Io is left of Jupiter. The great red spot is visible. Let's see. Do I have this flipped horizontally? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to flip it horizontally because we are looking at it
the wrong way.
That is correct. Now, Ganymede is on the left, which is clearly visible. Io is the next one from left to right. And then the great red spot is on the bottom left. And then Europa is the next visible moon. And Callisto, the smallest one, is not visible at this exposure setting. It's probably in the data. It's just not visible on the screen. So let's see if I can turn it up and see Callisto. You'd have to look to the far right of the screen. Well, now you can see the moons clearly. And let's move it a little bit and see if we can find Callisto. There it is. See it?
Yep.
Over there on the right.
Yep.
So that's Callisto. I need a little bit larger field of view to get them all. Maybe I can twist the camera and get all of them in the field of view. This is a crafty technique.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So that's Jupiter and the 4 Galilean moons, I believe they're called. Let's see. Yep.
And Io is actually a sulfur moon.
Sulfur, eh?
Yep, sulfuric.
I did not know that.
Yep. The most active moon out in the solar system.
Let's turn off the saturation indicator. There we go. So there's a way overexposed Jupiter and 4 of Jupiter's moons. See if I can turn down the gamma a little bit. Nope, turn up the gamma. Looks good like it is. I think I'll take an image of that also.
Yeah, because then you can superimpose the proper Jupiter.
Yeah, except when you do that, you get a little bit of a glow around Jupiter.
Right.
Now, if I were Julian Wessel, I could just whip up some magic and put a space station in there as well. But
yeah, just fake it. Yeah.
Not to mention any names.
No.
I prefer not to fake it as much as I can. But yeah, you can probably cut out this overexposed Jupiter and insert a properly exposed Jupiter. But you tend to get a white glow around where Jupiter is when you do that. Now I see a couple of background stars from here. I know you can't see them there, and the moon is 15 minutes away from being visible. So we'll have some really awesome close-ups of the moon. It's almost full tonight. So if you're just tuning in, you might want to stick around for half an hour so we can. This scope excels on the moon, and the moon's right side up here in the northern hemisphere. So Rob Black will get a treat to be able to see it in its proper orientation. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Righto. Rob Black is in Home Hill, North Queensland, in the northeast coast of Australia. If you haven't already figured that out from his accent.
Yeah. Yeah. G'day, cobbers. Yeah.
Yeah, governor. Okay, so let's go back to the proper exposure. That's pretty good.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a really beautiful image. I tell you. Oh, there we go. I'll try it like that, and we can get all 4 moons in there. See, this is better because then I can just mask off Jupiter and process it separately from the moons.
Yeah.
Much more realistic this way. Let me see if I've got that space station cut out. I can whip across the screen too.
Oh no, go one better, mate. Put the Enterprise through it.
The Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, or for us Whovians, put the TARDIS.
Yeah, I'll do that.
TARDIS is more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I would never single anybody out for being a lying cheat in astronomy.
No.
You know, when you're as blatant about it as Julian Russell, you know, what do you expect?
And still deny it once the
Anyway, let's move on from Julian Russell.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dieter Beer now. He's also
blatantly
lying.
I was just gonna say that, the other one.
But it is what it is, and I blame the climate in astronomy for this more than. Well, I blame the person who did it is at fault, but the climate lends itself to cheating. When the most important thing you can do is get a picture on APOD, then you're really missing the whole point of this hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that is a beautiful image. I tell you what, I'm really happy with that.
Damien Peach, eat your heart out.
Yeah, man. Damien, you can log on here, and I'll give you a few pointers for your next Jupiter image.
And Gary Palmer.
I taught Gary everything he knows.
Oh, yeah. Except how to drive in England.
Yeah, I did not teach him how to drive.
Are your knuckles turned back to normal color after your trip over there?
They've still got some scarring, but yeah. After driving in Brazil, after driving through Rio de Janeiro several times on a bus, they've been recolored to white.
Mate, I don't know how you. How did?
Yeah, that's one place I do not recommend for a vacation destination. Although once you get outside of the city, after 4 hours on a bus, it's a beautiful country. In fact, I think Karen and Tony and Roman would really, really like Brazil because it's a lot of cattle stations and hilly land, and it's just beautiful, wild territory out there. So I think Karen and Tony would be right at home. But the city of Rio de Janeiro is a gigantic mess, and it's very difficult to get through there.
But in all honesty, how would Brazil deal with Roman?
That's another question, indeed. I don't know. I think they'd get along with Roman because the people in Brazil and Tunisia are extraordinarily friendly and accepting of anyone, and they come at you with the knowledge that you're going to have a great friendly relationship, and you have to prove them wrong in order to have a bad time. Yeah. So not like here in the West where everybody's scared of each other and nobody talks to each other. In Brazil, everybody assumes that we're all friends until you give them reason not to be.
Yep. Okay, how would Atlanta deal with Roman?
Yeah. Well, I would make sure Roman was protected here. Roman's my man, and we have matching tattoos, so we're brothers until the end of time.
Yeah.
Well, look at how expertly solid the tracking is on this mount. It's just amazing.
That is so good. Now, what's the mount again?
So Astrophysics AP 1200, and it's about 10 years old.
And it's on a big
Yeah,
big
this is the
mother.
standard pier that comes with an astrophysics mount, and I added a wheelie bar, JMI wheelie bar to it, so I can roll it in and out of my garage without having to set it up and carry it every time.
And run it over your foot every now and again, you
Yeah.
know, in it.
I used to have a cheaper wheelie bar from another manufacturer with my CGE Pro mount on it until one day when I was rolling it back into the garage, it decided to tip over, dumped about $30,000 worth of telescope onto the driveway and destroyed all of it. And that's when I decided to invest $400 into my next wheelie bar instead of trying to get by with a $99 one. And this one has never let me down. Very solid wheelie bar.
So it was custom made, yes?
Yes. Custom made.
It's custom made for the pier. Yep.
Yes, and I also offer different selections of wheels in case you're hauling it across grass or gravel. They've got some big off-road wheels you can put on it. So it's a expertly crafted piece of kit, as they say in the UK.
So you got a four-wheel drive tires. Oh, okay.
Yes, I have the street tires on mine since I'm rolling it across concrete. But you can put some off-road wheels on it.
Now, I just had a thought. Is there any chance of you hooking up electric motors to them?
Yeah, but I think that you would not want that because you want to have full manual control over it when it's rolling around. Like this one's rolling around $80,000 worth of equipment. And
I was sorry. I was just meaning like power assist. You know, like
yeah, I suppose you could do that.
When you push it, it's sort of helping you. You know,
I suppose you could do that. I don't think you want it moving anywhere that you're not in full control over, though.
No, well, that's true. Yeah.
Well, the skies have parted, man, and it's clear above. So I'm hoping the moon is going to be beautiful here in just a moment. In fact, I'm going to be turning over to the moon here within the next 5 minutes for anyone who happens to be watching. You know, probably no one's watching. There might be 5 viewers because we don't have the Real Housewives on here or with The Walking Dead. And there's no appearances by Justin Bieber. So, you know, we can't compete with those superstars.
Or Kim Kardashian's bare ass.
All right. Now they're playing Pharrell's song "Happy" across the street.
Oh no, no! Oh, that brings back memories of AFF. Oh, right. And that video that Tracy asked us all to do. Remember that one, Steve?
Right. I do. I had a good time doing that.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
All
I mean,
let's
it was
get
good.
all the moons back in here.
Keeps coming back like a.
Man, that is a beautiful image, Rob Black. I can't tell you how beautiful this is from here.
That is good. Oh, hang on, phone's ringing. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. If anyone is viewing and wants to join in on our conversation, there's a link on my Facebook page where you can join the green room and be part of this call. You have to have a Google Plus, of course. We're talking to Rob Black, who looks like a hobbit and lives in the northeast corner of Australia. He's a lovable character, a bearded man with no shoes normally. And if anybody wants to converse, you can also just send me a Facebook message, or you can use the chat window on the side of this Google Plus screen. Clap along if you feel that happiness is the truth. Clap along. I see Sean Walker just posted a beautiful image of Jupiter on the internet that I can't possibly compete with. But I'll do my best. Yeah, these nighttime guys, they know what they're doing when it comes to planetary. I don't. I'm a solar imager. And that's that. Looks like Jupiter's about to get covered up by some more clouds. So I'll take one more imaging run and then we'll go over to the moon. Duh moon, as we call it. I think also if you just call me on Google Plus that you can join into this call. I'm not exactly sure. There's Pranvera. Hello, Pranvera. Your mic is muted. Hi, everyone. Isn't it kind of late for you to be awake there over there, Pranvera?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, that was Sweet FM just phoning me up, Mel.
Oh,
Yep.
very good. Pranvera's joined our call, and she says it's 5 a.m. and everyone's asleep, so she can't talk. She's got a little Natalie action going on over there.
Oh. Tell her to unmute and go, wake up!
That would not be good. Looking very forward to our trip to Kosovo here in August. And Rob Black and I, along with Clay Lowe from the UK, will be staying in Kosovo, in Pristina, and doing all kind of fun things with Pranvera and the Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo group, the Charlie Bates chapter in Kosovo.
And Clay will also be broadcasting on Radio Warwickshire while he's there.
Fantastic. Of course, once the Brits hear my voice, that'll be the end of Clay's career. He'll have to move to Australia and assist you on the Light Years with Rob Black show. These Marines, you know.
Oh, I know. And especially these Marines from Atlanta.
Clay Lowe actually was born in Atlanta and grew up here with me. And now he lives in the UK and is a broadcaster on Radio Warwickshire. Governor. Mind your head, Governor. Okay, so let's go over to the moon real quick, and you guys entertain each other while I do this. Hopefully this won't take too long. Objects. Moon.
Well, just while you're changing, I know Stephen was mentioning about the transit of Mercury on the Sun, which is happening on the 9th of May. And yes, well, us here in Australia, we miss out on it. But you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, for once you're lucky. You get to see the whole box and dice, 7.5 hours of the transit of Mercury on the Sun. And yeah, so check the sites. Check sites out. I'm not sure. You've got an event planned, haven't you, Stephen? For the
yes, we will be doing what we do best, which is I'll be at an elementary school, local elementary school. The transit begins at 6:30 a.m. here and lasts until about 3 p.m. So all during the school day, every student in that school will be able to come up to the telescopes and witness the transit. So we're looking forward to that. It's a custom-made for school outreach event here in the U.S.
Oh yes, it was like the transit of Venus back in 2012. You know, custom-made schools here in Australia. I know we did a huge event, and I know Pranvera and Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo, they've got a big event planned in the main square in Pristina.
Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo. I like the way you say that.
Kosovo, yes. They got a big event planned, and if it's anything like the eclipse they had there, when was it, last year?
Get some more glasses, huh?
Pranvera will have around about 1,500 to 1,800 people if it's anything like the eclipse of last year. Yeah.
Okay, so here we are on the moon. Oh, look at that. You can see the mountainous terrain on the northeast corner of this. You can see the edge of a crater. That is just fantastic. Can you see that from the internet, Rob Black?
Yeah.
That's the this mountainous terrain on the edge of that crater is what causes daily speeds in solar eclipse. I just read an article for Sky and Telescope, and of course refused their standard fee, told them to keep their money. It's my privilege to teach about the sun. But when the sun, when the last bit of light of a solar eclipse shines through those mountain caverns, that's what causes the daily speeds that you see in solar eclipses. So I'm going to go ahead and take an image of do a little color. Okay, here we go.
And while Stephen's just doing that, just like to remind everybody, this Saturday, the 23rd 3rd of April, 11 o'clock, 1100 hours UT. You can hear Stephen in all his wondrous glory on the Light Years Show. Yep, on Sweet FM.
The voice of the Vatican.
Broadcast live from the Vatican all around the world. Yep. On TuneIn. Just look to our Facebook page. You go Radio 97.1 Sweet FM. You'll see a TuneIn link. You click on that, bang, off you go.
Let's see if we can do a little tour of the moon.
There is Pallas Somni, which you just had there,
Oh, yeah.
which was leading into the Sea of Tranquility.
Rob Black knows all this stuff. Boy, look at that. Wow.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
You can see the Sirius clouds floating by the crater now. Would this be a great intro to a horror movie? Or a close-up of a skin lesion? That is a fantastic view.
We got a bit of pixelation here on the internet, Steve.
Oh. Well, it's not coming from my end. It's got 2,000 megabits per second upload speed going right now. We'll continue broadcasting and see how it goes.
I'm sorry, how many, what speed did you just say then, Steve?
2,000 megabits per second upload speed.
Oh.
Yeah, 1,000 times faster than the Australian upload.
And I thought my internet was fast when I upgraded it just recently.
Well, I think anything over 10 is funny enough because the bottleneck is on the other end now. I can't find a website that will sneak data faster than about 900 minutes per second. Nice. And we're imaging through a layer of Sirius. It's getting this wonderful shot. Let's see if we can find something. Now, I don't recognize anything on the moon because I am not moon literate. But Robert Reed, my good buddy, who does 365 days of the moon, he can tell you everything looking at it. There's some more wonderful mountain ranges on the edge of the moon. And that's awesome. This scope is just superb in its chromatic aberration correction. Oh, look at the side of that crater. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now you can see the peak in the center of the crater.
Yep. Wouldn't have a clue what crater that is. Would not know. I know.
Ramsdenius Sidius for this evening. Perhaps the Asini crater. Or the pit of Pandora.
Well, I know if she's listening, which she's still online, go on Pranbera, drag your moon map out, and tell us what it is.
Well, I have my camera properly. This will be on the northwest corner of the moon. Of course, with all the wobbling and libation of the moon, it might be hard to tell which one this is, but boy, is it beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I wish I were in a spacecraft about to land right about there. This would be similar to the view you would have, except you would be a little bit more nervous than I am right now.
Well, actually, you'd be basically you'd be in orbit around the moon. So
yes,
you'd be where Columbia was.
Yes, the command module for the Apollo mission.
Yeah. Apollo 11, yeah. For those of you who don't know what Columbia was.
Look at
And
that
the
mountain range.
Eagle was the one that landed on the moon for the first time.
Yep. My
Mike
goodness.
Collins was the command service module pilot. Neil Armstrong, the commander, and Buzz Aldrin, lunar module pilot.
Buzz Aldrin was in Brazil a few years back for the conference that I did last week. He was one of their special guests. Yeah.
No. God.
Except he did not take a 10-hour bus ride from Rio to the university. He took a private plane from Rio to the airport near the university.
I was gonna say, yeah. And he probably took a chopper from the airport to the.
Yeah, I can't see Buzz putting up with 10 hours worth of bus riding.
No.
Even though he put up with 3 days worth of Apollo 11 riding.
Yeah, but he was
better.
a lot.
Yeah.
He was a lot blooming younger too.
Yeah, a lot younger and a lot more excited.
Yeah. Just imagine what was going through their minds, though. You know, on the way to the moon.
You had to have nerves of steel to do that, and you had to be out of your mind to get on that chunk of aluminum tinfoil, basically.
Yeah.
Hurtle yourself into space on top of a 12 million pounds of thrust rocket that had never actually done it before, and just hoping for the best. You had to be off your rocker to do that.
Well, actually,
and Buzz Aldrin fit the bill.
Imagine the crew of Apollo 8. They were the actual first to do it.
To go around the moon?
To go around the moon. They were the actual first people to plant their butts on the Saturn V and head towards the moon. You know, so imagine what was going through their mind.
The amount of thrust underneath them at that time is mind-boggling.
It's never been matched. Not even shuttle matched it.
Right. I understand the new Orion capsule is going to ride atop something called the Space Launch System, which has 40% more thrust than a Saturn V rocket, which will be something else. That will be a rumbling blast-off that you'll be able to hear everywhere in Florida, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
And Pranvera is of the generation that will be able to go to Mars with it.
Let's hope so. I'm sure it's going to happen in the next 50 years. I have no doubt. I doubt that I'll be around to see it.
Yeah,
but I really hope that somebody you or I have inspired is on that ship.
Well, there's always Sam Hyde.
There you go.
He's getting himself ready. Yeah, he's building himself rockets and time machines and stuff like that. So, and he's only 7. So, there we go.
Here's a wonderful image of a crater with a large straight line features coming out of the northwest corner of it. That's probably something that Pranvera knows about, but I don't. Let's turn down the brightness a little bit and get an image of this, and then I'll change over to a full frame camera where we can get the entire moon.
Something I find interesting, you know those white streaks?
Yeah.
They're actually, well, for want of a better word, they're actually glass. The silicon has been melted from the blast. Yes, Tycho crater, maybe. They've actually been crystallized into glass.
Wow.
Hence brightness.
That's a spray from the impact, right? That was so hot it turned to glass.
It turned the silicon into glass, yes.
Yeah. There's a word for them. I forget what they're called, but...
So, technically, there is glass on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
And looking up in the sky here from downtown Atlanta, I can see there's a layer of cirrus clouds in front of the moon. And there is a rainbow or a halo around the moon. It's quite beautiful. The cirrus clouds are functioning effectively as a lunar filter.
Beautiful image. Actually, I think you're right, Cranberry. I think that might be Tycho.
Let's get another image. I believe it is. It's definitely the largest feature I've seen yet.
No, I think Tycho is quite a large feature, so yeah.
There we go. Fantastic. All right.
And look at that center, the impact in the center,
Yeah.
the rise in the center. You know, it's like you think something that big hitting the moon, right? And then you get this bit in the center that juts out. That just shows how the impact and the blast radiates. Sort of, it hits, then it sort of spews up and then spreads out. You know, people think the moon's boring, but when you get features like that, well, yeah. And to think we actually set foot on it.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
6 times, you know. 12 people have actually walked on that moon.
My friend Kevin Snedden, who lives down the street here in Atlanta, is messaging me. He wants to join the call.
Go for it.
And I'm trying to send him a link. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I can't decide whether I want to change over to the full frame camera or not because this is so fun.
Well, actually, go just before you do go to full frame, just do the Sea of Tranquility.
You'll have to help me find that one.
Go to Palisomni.
Yeah, you have to help me find that too.
Okay.
Where am I now?
I don't know. Go the other way.
All right, there's the edge of the moon.
Okay, down a little bit. Keep going across to the other way now. The other way. Yep. Right. Keep going a little bit more. All right. Just hold it there because it's pixelated. It's just got to settle down a bit. All right. Just go back the other way towards the edge of the moon.
Towards the edge of the moon. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Now go. Hang on. Just got to wait for it to stop. Go up a bit. Up a little bit more. Up a little bit more. Okay, stop there, settle a bit. I'm trying to... Yes, those dark areas, as Pranvera has just pointed out, they were actually lava plains.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. Okay. Just go down just a oomph. Now that looks like Palisomni there, just at the bottom.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Maybe not. It's pixelated. You might have to go to full frame, and then I can show you exactly where we are.
I don't see the Apollo capsule.
Because basically what you got is Mare Crisium, then you got Palisomni, and then you got Sea of Tranquility. They're all bang, bang, bang. And then down the bottom, you've got where in the Sea of Tranquility, you've got where Apollo 11 landed, which is a popular target when I do nighttime astronomy or sissy astronomy.
Yeah, girly stuff.
I broke the heel off my stiletto, and yeah, so it's a bit hard to do nighttime astronomy now. It is.
You can carry a wardrobe insurance is necessary for nighttime astronomy. You know, you don't want to wear your Chanel dress on your first time out. You want to stick with the low end stuff. What I find is beautiful that there's 2 different shades of gray on the left side of the screen. Look at that. What is that? That was a satellite that just went by.
Was that a bat or a bird?
It was a spinning satellite, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
It would have been in focus, though, wouldn't it, if it were spinning? Maybe it was a
Yeah.
bird.
Well, okay. See it about doing a clock face at about 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's just come clear. That's Palus Somnae.
Okay.
So
The white rimmed crater.
yeah, just down a bit from that. That is Palus Somnae. No.
Mm-hmm.
Keep.
Okay.
Yeah. See that white rimmed crater.
Yeah.
And then just down below that, just down a bit below that lighter grey area, that's Palus Somnae.
I see.
I'm pretty sure that is, because it looks like it.
Let's see if
And then if you go down from that, you're into the Sea of Tranquility. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's Palus Somnae. Then that dark grey area, almost black area, that's the Sea of Tranquility.
Fantastic. Okay, I just invited Kevin Snedden. Hi.
I'm used to seeing it the other way around. That's all. It's the wrong way around for us. Yeah. We're used to looking at it the correct way.
Well, this is the proper orientation for the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, hang on. I'll just flip the screen. Hang on. Yep, that's better. I'll flip the screen. That's better. Now that's better. Yes. Now I know where we are. Yes. Like when you were here, Stephen, and you were looking at Orion, and I'm there going, well, that's Orion. Hang on, you're no longer presenting, mate. You've just dropped out.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know. It said the call ended because the computer went to sleep, but my computer did not go to sleep. Anyway, hey everybody. Let me get the video preview going back. There we go.
There we go. Oh, now I got to flip the screen again. Jeez, Maurice.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. That's better. Yes. That area in the sort of like in the middle, that's Palus Somnae, and then that area down below, sort of if you draw a little line straight down, that's actually the Sea of Tranquility.
Very good. So
if you go down a bit more, you go down a little bit more, and then across to your. Hang on, move it one direction, I'll tell you which. No, other way. All right, stop. Say if you use a clock face, around about 8 o'clock in that darker area, and you see that's where the Apollo 11 landed.
Wow.
If you put your cursor on the screen, I'll direct you. Yeah, a little bit. Move it one way, either left or right. Yep, keep going that way. A little bit more, a little bit more. That's the area that Apollo 11 landed.
Amazing. That's hard to believe.
Yep. First men on the moon.
Yeah, I'll take a video of that so we can share it. So my neighbor just came out and walked her dog right up to me, didn't say a word, and had let the dog urinate on the grass 3 feet away from me in my yard, and then walk back inside.
Oh. No taste for us.
That's what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, but bringing her dog over to my yard to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, hey. Well, you do the same. You take Biggie and Charlie over to her yard. Yeah,
they don't have a yard.
Hey?
Yeah, we have a backyard for our dogs to go into. But
what about them? They don't have one.
No. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I've never actually seen that, had that pointed out to me before. That's pretty awesome. There goes another bird. Yeah, those must be birds.
And if you're in Home Hill, they'd be flying foxes.
Right. Okay, good. I'm going to switch over to the larger camera real quick.
Okay. So, Pranvera, are you still awake? Hello.
I think she's just getting up.
Hey, she's been up all... Yes, she just typed in. Yes. No, she's been working on her poster for the Transit of Mercury event,
I see.
which looks pretty impressive, actually.
Open camera.
And we've got you. Your smiling face.
Right. Okay. I still have the Barlow lens in, so I'm going to take that out.
She just said that soon Cranberry is going to go to the council to get her license, her permit to do the event in the square in Pristina.
Very good. Looks like we're not going to be able to get the full disc in here for some reason. Maybe we will. Let's see.
No, we should be able to.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. There we go.
We have the technology to do that.
Indeed, we do. Okay. This is the 6 megapixel Grasshopper Express that we're using. This one's a little bit bigger than the ones I brought to Australia, but it has a slower frame rate. And I'm turning the exposure almost down to 0 because the moon is pretty bright.
Yep.
And we're using a 6-inch triplet at native focal length.
So we're basically looking at the full moon, aren't we? About this time.
You're not, but I'll share it with you here now.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, that's just a fantastically beautiful image from this end. I hope it is on the internet.
It is. Yes.
There we go. Now, is this Australian oriented or US oriented?
US orientated.
Well, because when I look at it in the sky, this appears to be vertically flipped.
Yeah, no, that's... Sorry. Hang on,
Yeah.
I'll flip my screen.
There we go.
No, hang on. I'll flip my screen back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now
That's how you see it. Is it?
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I can't believe it. Yeah, this is what it looks like with me looking up in the sky. This is the orientation.
Yeah.
Boy,
Well,
that is rock solid tracking on this mount right now. It's really amazing how well this thing tracks. I mean, it looks like a still image.
I think you're just blowing Pranvera's mind because she just goes, oh, man. Yeah. So if you look, if you move your cursor up and across to the left.
Right here, right?
Yep. That's the area.
Yep. And you can see the bats are still flying by. So those were bats because I can see them flying by the image every now and then. So let's take a couple of AVIs here. I believe this is, even though this is such a simple target for astronomers, it is just so beautiful. It's just hard to understand, until you look at it, just how beautiful it is to see this thing.
But it's it's an easy target. It's a good target to learn how to do astro imaging.
Absolutely.
Because it's easy to find, it's forgiving, and you can even take a shot with you don't even need a complete setup. You can take a shot with an iPhone or a smartphone or even a video camera and zoom in, but it's best to have a tripod. But, just basic equipment, and you're able to get images like this.
Yeah, this looks like a still image.
Mm.
So I'm going to record a couple of movies. Maybe we'll get a plane to fly by or something.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is almost full. Just less than 1% away from being a full moon.
Just a bees away from being a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is.
It's breathtaking. It's remarkable. You should see it from here. One of the wonders of modern technology.
No, that's.
It just hasn't even moved. It hasn't wavered a bit. The seeing is exceptional.
No, that is a good image.
I may put the 4X Barlow on here and try to get something with this camera, because I'll tell you what, this is just fantastic. I mean, it looks like a still image on this end. There's no movement at all.
It hasn't pixelated either, so that's good.
There was a bat. There's another bat. Man, that is just fabulous. Boy, these point grad cameras are fantastic.
They are.
I know I can hear it in your voice that you're envious and you're going to set up some kind of scope tonight and look at the moon in Australia.
Yeah.
No.
Mozzie's over here, mate. Yeah. Mozzie's big enough to carry your body away.
Well, at least they don't have the Zika virus like they did in Brazil.
No, it's come to Townsville. There's been 5 reported cases of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So no moon imaging for you then?
Well, yeah, well, you never know. You never know. Might just set something up.
Man, that is just so beautiful. It's hard. It's hard to put into words.
That is. I know the other night I took a couple of moon images with my video camera. But yeah, no, that is.
And it looks to be perfectly focused on this end too. This scope is just amazing on the moon. This Skywatcher Super Triplet.
But actually, you know, one person that I think we're inspiring to get out there even more than what she has, I think Prambera's going to go out there and do something tomorrow night.
Well, sometimes you get so caught up in doing these outreach events that you can lose track of how beautiful everything is because you're so busy talking to people and you don't have any alone time. And this is my version of alone time, broadcasting, you know, on the internet to everybody. But there's nobody around. Everybody's asleep here now, and the music's turned off across the street, and everything's dark and quiet. And here I am out in the driveway, broadcasting this absolutely beautiful image of our moon to my buddy in Australia. So life is good.
Life is good. You can't get any better than this, can you? Yeah, really.
Really unbelievable how rock solid and steady this mount and this telescope are showing us the moon.
I mean, I reckon, yes, a certain person in Kosovo will be out there tomorrow night. Because, oh, you inspire me. You inspire me.
Well, she inspires us, you know.
Well, yeah, she blows us out of the water, actually, in all honesty. I mean, come on, 1,800 people to a first official event.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's a good thing.
You know. 1800. That's still talked about.
Let's see. What can we do here? It's hard to beat this image we're getting right now, but I'm going to do my best. I have a 5X Barlow in here. I may stick on.
Who got shot in your area? I just heard a siren.
Oh yeah, well that's every night where I live. Very violent city. Someone's always getting murdered.
Hmm.
Okay. Now let's stick the 5X Barlow on here and see what it does. Okay, everybody stand by.
Here we go. Standing by. What are you going to chuck on it? 5 times?
Yeah, we'll see if I can do that. I don't know if the seeing will support it or not, but you know, might as well. I've got everything out here in the driveway. I might as well
give it a go.
try out all the goodies. All my nighttime stuff is all dusty because it never gets used.
I'm amazed you've got any nighttime stuff left.
So am I. There we go. All right, so this is an out of focus image, and I'm going to use it to take a flat field. The software allows you to take
bunnies.
Well, now they're gone. How about that? So I just took a flat frame image, and I'm applying it to the point gray while I'm capturing. So that gets rid of the dust bunnies. Uh-oh. I don't have enough back focus to keep this thing focused. All right, let me see. Got to do some trickery here.
And those are not alien ships, people. Those are what we call dust bunnies on the lens.
Yes. I got to do some trickery. Luckily, I brought out a piece of trickery. I have to extend my camera further away from the scope.
Like Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Some trickery. All right.
Hey,
See
Rocky,
if that helped.
watch me pull a rabbit out of my head.
Don't give up your day job.
This time for sure. There we go. Now we got it.
So this is with a 5X, I think. That doesn't look like a 5X. I wonder if I grabbed the wrong one.
That looks like
That's the 5X. That's the 5X Barlow, which has got a really big camera chip.
Oh, yep. All right. Yep.
All right.
I'll believe you. Sorry, what camera are you using?
The Point Gray 6 megapixel.
Oh,
I'm at 2736 pixels across and 2192 down.
Yeah.
16-bit. So this is the 5X Barlow. Now let's move it around and see what we got.
Here's the test for you, mate. Find the Apollo 11 landing site.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Oops.
There's Pallas Somni. There's Mare Crisium.
I'm getting there.
You're in the area.
Man, this thing is beautifully focused. Wow.
Got a little bit of overexposure, but yeah.
Seeing is just exceptional. For Atlanta. All right.
You got a natural sky filter. Pollution.
Yeah, pollution. All right.
Too far down.
There it is.
There it is. Bingo.
Okay. And this is a 5X Barlow.
You're a little bit too far to the right.
Yeah, it's
The other way. Yep, there you go. That's
right here, right?
Yeah, around about there. Yep.
Okay. Wow. All right, let's get some kind of cool feature. Like this one. I don't know what that is, but it looks really cool.
Actually, go to the Tycho crater.
I'm gonna take an image here real quick, and then we'll do that. Oh, as you can see, around the edges of this image, we're getting a little vignetting.
What's that?
The quality of the Barlow is not very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all right.
But that's what happens with Barlows. You do always get that because it concentrates the image on the center. So.
Yeah, and this chip is so big that it's showing the entire glass of the Barlow.
Yeah.
It gives it a weird effect that it's focused in the middle and blurry around the edges. It looks like an old picture frame or something.
But from what I've read, you can spend thousands on a Barlow, but you'll always get that because that's what the Barlow's designed to.
Mm-hmm. The focal reducer and the Barlow both do this.
Yes. So you can't really get away from it.
Well, I'll just crop out the center of it and use that.
Yeah. But, yeah. Just a little tip there for... Look at that. That is...
And that's that F45. And you're just getting a little bit of wobble, but not much.
Now imagine that impact crater, millions of years old.
At least. Look at the detail around the edges here. You can see individual rocks.
Yep.
That's incredible.
And it hasn't been eroded or anything.
No.
That's a frozen point in time.
Yeah.
Bang.
No atmosphere to mess with it. Boy. And there's the one we saw earlier. And notice that this is a much more expensive and higher resolution camera. And notice the difference in color between the mountains and the plain right here.
Yep.
It almost looks like the difference between the spicules and the photosphere when you're looking at the sun. Really amazing. Let me get an image of that too. Wow, I'm glad I came out tonight.
Yeah, you got good saying there, mate.
I'm telling you. That's me tossing a $2,000 camera into my case on the ground.
Oh, yeah, no, just yeah. No, there's picking up and placing it gently into a padded. No.
No, man, that's the way the sissies do it.
Yeah. That is a brilliant image. How many frames? 200 left. Yep.
Yeah, this is taking 7.5 frames a second, so it's a much slower camera than the other one, but it's let's see, 12 times the field of view, 12 times the size of the chip. So each frame is recording 6 megabytes of information. So it can only do that at a certain speed. And I'm recording 500 frames with this camera because that's plenty enough. That's about 5 times more than you need. to get a really good image. Okay, so let's look at some other stuff. Boy, the difference in the shades of the gray and the Mare is really standing out. Gosh.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, doesn't get much better than that.
How does that look, Pranvera? It's bloody awesome if you ask me.
You know, the other camera, I had it on 400x zoom to see this. Pretty much the same frame. This is at 100%. This is normal size for this camera.
A little bit of overexposure at the top there.
All right, that's taken care of.
And just want to say this software that Stephen's capturing it on is Astro IIDC. Brilliant piece of software.
It sure is.
Brilliant piece.
Mac only for real astronomers.
Look at that. That is, well,
It's breathtaking.
yeah. Almost like Omega Centauri.
Yeah, no, nowhere close. I think I see Saturn up there now.
You almost fell off your ladder here when you were here, didn't you? Yep. You, Andy, Brian, Steele, yep. All nearly fell off your perch. You were fighting for the ladder to get up and view it.
Let's see where Saturn is. That would be a nice addition to get some Saturn images.
Nice to finish off to the. What's the sky like? Still cloudy, or is it?
No, it's cleared up pretty good. It's cleared up
cool.
pretty good here. There's Jupiter. Nope, no Saturn yet. Mars is just rising.
Well, with that camera, Steve, why don't you do another Jupiter?
Because Jupiter is out of my field of view now, because I live in a group of 10 three-story homes, and it is behind one of the homes next to me. I have a choice. I can either see most of the eastern sky from the zenith or most of the western sky from the zenith. And I chose the eastern tonight because that's where Jupiter and the moon are. But now Jupiter has transitioned over to the western side of the sky.
Oh, bugger it.
Very limited sky here.
How dare they build a house?
Those bastards.
Right. No.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Think she may have gone back to sleep.
Yeah, that's okay.
Still logged in, but mind you, it's
any woman that gets up at 5 a.m. to watch astronomy on the internet is okay in my book.
Well, I was just going to say, mind you, it's 5:35 there now in the morning.
Yeah, I think it's 6:35. I could be wrong. I think it's a little later than that. It's 11:35 here, and I'm 5 hours different from Greenwich Mean Time, and she's 2 more hours difference. So I don't know what time it is. I don't know.
You just said, I think I'm leaving now. Yeah. What, for sleep? Yeah. Yeah, right. Sleep? Who needs sleep? She just said, I wish you great observation and good observing.
Okay. Good night, Pranvera. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, good morning. Whatever time it is there, good morning.
All right.
Where's Kevin?
He could never get on for some reason. He went to sleep also. Yeah.
What time would it be for him?
It's 11:30.
No.
These sissies, man, you know.
Oh, no, jeez. Yeah. No staying power. Oh.
No. Wow. That looks like clouds floating over the water.
It does, doesn't it?
Have to get one of those. All right. Was really steady seeing tonight.
Mm. Not much aberration in the atmosphere at all, actually.
Mm.
That looks quite, yeah. Anybody'd think you were here in Arm Hill.
I know. I think this will be my last run, though. I think I'm gonna sign off here in a second
Yeah.
to save my marriage. To save my marriage.
The single life. That's what I always say.
I want to go look at M3 also before I do this, but I can't use my cameras for that because I don't have any long exposure cameras.
Is Orion up?
No.
Ah,
It's way over in the western sky, almost setting now. Although in the southern hemisphere, it was plainly visible almost overhead the whole time I was there last week.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in Brazil, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We saw the Southern Cross and the Large Magellanic Cloud, and we saw Omega Centauri just with our eyes.
And did it bring back memories?
Yes, sure did, except the skies weren't as clear there as they were in Australia. So it was harder to make out these things, but I could see them still.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done. Okay, Rob Black, thank you for joining us again, and thank you, viewers, for watching. And remember, our Facebook group at Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Come on over and join. And this is Stephen Ramsden signing out from Atlanta, Georgia. Good night.